Hey guys, Jeff here, Aromatics, and Christina, Hello Kitty Piper, and we're here on a beautiful fall day, nice warm day, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. Today, I was going to do a first-time impression of a beer, and that's a really popular, legendary beer, the Guinness beer. And the thing is, I looked up on the internet people that tried Guinness for the first time because I was interested to see what people's reaction was because it's a unique beer in my opinion. And I didn't really see much on the internet about it. So I thought maybe I'll do one because I've only had this beer just a couple times before. So I'm still new to it. And I don't really drink beer to begin with much. My girlfriend drinks a lot of craft beers.
I've been trying to get him to find a beer that he is kind of his go-to beer that he loves and wants to drink, but
yeah,
it's been hard until we discovered Guinness.
Yeah, and just for you conservative friends of mine out there that are worried about me, don't worry, I'm not a big drinker or nothing, but I do sometimes get sick of coffee and I want something different, so I don't mind a beer every once in a while or some kind of
everything in moderation.
Yeah, a spirit drink or whatever, just something different. I like to try stuff, right? And so anyway, I thought I would do a first time kind of impression of a Guinness. Now, I'm not a huge fan of just regular beers. They're okay on a hot day. If I'm really thirsty, I enjoy them. But I just find them a little bit too bitter, a little bit too... I like sweet stuff, and I find that they're just not a sweet drink to me. And I kind of like things that are a little bit unique. And so I've always seen lots of commercials and things, just commercials and stuff on Guinness beer, and I always thought it looked kind of interesting and different from other beers. Just the way it looks, it's dark, and the way it foams and stuff. So I had Christina pick me up one to try one not too long ago, and I was very intrigued. So what I figured is I would just pour one right now and have a pipe, and I'm pairing it with, I thought a good stout, it's a stout beer, so I thought a good stout tobacco would be, it's not Old Dark Fired, but it's Old Dark Strong, and that's the Old Dark Fired's darker cousin, a little bit more dark fired in there. So by McBaron? Is it McBaron? No, not McBaron. Yeah, McBaron's Dark Fired. My mind's a little bit more focused on the beer right now, so if I mess that up, I'll put that in the bucket below what the Dark Fired that I'm smoking. But anyway, I thought that would be a good pairing for this beer. So okay, I'm gonna attempt to pour this can. Now I know that this beer is legendary the way you pour it, and I'm probably not gonna pour it perfectly, but I'm gonna do my best, and so I'll probably get a few negative comments. But here we go. All right, so I'm gonna pour it. All right.
Super foamy.
Half the fun of this beer is watching the way it foams up. It's not a carbonated beer, it's a nitrogen beer. So there we go. Now I'll try to adjust this camera because this is very interesting how this beer foams up. See if you guys can see that. Watch this beer. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that cascade. That's beautiful. I just love the way that beer pours. So okay, you guys can watch that beer foam up. And while it's doing that, I'm going to light my pipe. And then I'll straighten the camera out in a minute. Once this is done cascading, then I'll take a drink and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. The whole idea is to give an impression of what a Guinness beer tastes like to someone that doesn't really drink a lot of beer, and compare it to what a regular beer would taste like, and give you what I taste, different notes, stuff like that. Still foaming away a little bit. The bubbles are rising. Got to be patient. All right. So, There we go. Smoking my dark fired in my custom tree stump pipe here. Okay, it looks like my beer is ready to drink. So I'm going to give it a sip and I'll let you know what I think of it. Now, when I first heard of Guinness, I was kind of scared because I heard how dark and rich, and it even looks like scary. It looks dark and rich and thick. So I was really expecting something that was going to be offensive almost, like something that was going to knock me over, because I noticed that even regular beers are strong to me. But the first thing I noticed was actually the opposite. This beer is first of all, I noticed is it tastes flat in a way. It's not carbonated the way a regular beer is. I guess it's a nitrogen beer, so it's got nitrogen in it. I don't understand the concept behind it, but you can look that up if you want. But the first thing you notice is it tastes kind of flat. And that kind of took me aback at first. This is strange. And also I get it's really creamy, almost milky. Very smooth drink.
It's like a lot lighter than you think it would be. I've had friends who drank it all the time and I never tried it until recently. Because the color was like off-putting. I was like, oh, that looks like a super strong beer. Like, I wouldn't like that. But it's actually a super light beer. I think it's only 4%.
Yeah, and the alcohol's really low too.
4.2%. Like, it's a light beer, even though the color is so dark.
Yeah, so if you've never tried it and you're scared that it's going to be something that's going to be really heavy, it's not. But what it is I get a really like roasted. It's light. The body to me seems kind of like milky and watery almost, and almost flat. But at the same time, there's a real roasted caramel. If it's more flat, I've had it warm, and it has a little bit of a different taste profile when it's warm. I got more of a caramel taste out of it.
Do you get kind of like a coffee taste too?
Yes,
yeah.
I was going to say that when it's cold, like it is now, I had it in a frosty mug. You get more of a little bit more, maybe not bitter. There is a bitterness to it. That's another thing is it's got like, on one side it's kind of smooth and creamy, and on the other side it's got this bitterness to it. And then, yeah, I get a coffee. When it's cold, I get more of the coffee part of it, a dark coffee. But when it's warmer, I get more of the caramel. And then there's still that roastiness to it. It's not a hoppy, I don't think. I don't really get a hoppiness to it.
It's a light beer, so it wouldn't be very hoppy. Or
yeah, so it's just... Yeah, I'm very impressed. And at first, the thing that took me aback was the fact that it tasted kind of flat. But now that's the actual aspect that I like about it compared to other beers, is because beers, I like sweet drinks, the carbonation kind of just makes it too strong for me. Whereas this beer, the creaminess and the smoothness and the dark roastedness of it just really is appealing to me. It makes it so that it's a treat. It's a treat for me.
And we went to a bar and like you had a pint of it too. Like, what did you think of it on tap?
On tap compared to the can, maybe it tastes a little bit more carbonated, just a slight bit, a little less creamy, but more roasted coffee. I got a little bit more roasted, and it tasted crisper to me, just a crisper coffee.
On tap's always better, in my opinion, better than like a bottle or a can.
Yeah. It did taste different, a little bit different. Just, I think fresher and crisper is the best way to explain it. This tastes a little bit more waterier and a little bit more creamy would be the best way to explain it. So that's basically my take on Guinness beer as a noob. Like, I don't drink a lot of beer. I have had a variety of like
whatever I drink, he takes sips.
Yeah, I take sips of stuff, so I have an idea. And my taste buds, I think, are fairly decent because I do my pipe tobacco reviews, and I drink a lot of coffee, and I find the flavors in coffee. So, but yeah, if you've never tried a Guinness, if it looked intimidating to you, at least give it a try. I know a lot of people are either love it or hate it, but definitely if you haven't tried it, don't be intimidated. At least give it a shot. It's not something that's gonna probably not what you expect. Whether you like it or not in the end, it's not. If you have a preconceived idea, just throw that out the window and give it a try. So okay, that's it for our video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you later on some more pipe tobacco reviews and who knows what else. So you guys take care. From Jeff Aromatics and Hello Kitty Piper. See you later.